Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a simple set today. It's just going to be a French set with a little bling, and these are also duck nails. Let's just get into it. For my application, I'm going in with Peaches and Cream by Valentino Beauty. Actually, they're called just V Beauty Pure now, but they are formerly known as Valentino Beauty Pure if you're familiar with that name. But yes, this is their Peaches and Cream cover acrylic. I'm going to link it in the description box below, as well as every other product I'm going to be using too. My only tip when doing the acrylic application for duck nails specifically is just to make sure you're keeping the shape, like molding the acrylic on the sides of the nails to make sure it doesn't, go over or anything, because duck nails have a very specific shape. It flares out on the sides. So if your acrylic application isn't as clean, it's just going to be more work trying to get that shape again when you're in the filing step.
The music just turns me on.
I didn't state it the first time around, but I am priming the nails with Mia's Secret Extra Bond primer. I prime my clients' hands one at a time, so I prime the hand that I'm going to be working on right before I work on it. I know a lot of people just prime all 10 fingers at once. It doesn't make too much of a difference. It's just a preference of mine. My clients tend to touch things and everything, and lint will attach to their nails once the primer is on it. So I try not to prime until I'm ready for the hand.
The music just turns me on.
For the filing, I'm going to be using this 80-100 grit nail file from Too Cute Nails. I'm going to link it in the description box below. For filing duck nails, you can't file it straight. So we don't file at that crisp 90-degree angle. Instead, you're going to file at a 45-degree angle because the nails flail out. You're just going to hold your file at that angle so that you're mainly filing the sidewalls of the nail, but once you get past the free edge, you're letting it like flail out. And I do believe that these nail files, the 80-100 grit ones at least that I'm using here, I'm not sure about the other ones that they might carry, but I do know that these specific ones are on sale currently on toocutenails.com, and they are on sale for, I believe it's $5 off. So you get $5 off these files, and then if you use my discount code, you get an additional 10% off your entire purchase.
The music just turns me on.
To start off my e-filing with just running the barrel underneath all the tips really quickly, and this is to remove any leftover acrylic that might be under there, or sometimes the plastic remnants of the tip, the actual nail tip, gets underneath the nails like that once we file with the hand file. So that was basically what I just removed. And then I start off with just sealing the cuticles, going around the cuticles really quickly. And then now one of the biggest parts of the duck nail shape is that accentuated C curve. So they're made to resemble duck feet. I guess. So they're wide, they flail out, and they have that curve underneath the nail. So I'm also using my drill bit to accentuate that C curve, parts of it that had maybe went away while I was doing the acrylic application, because I didn't do too deep of a C curve because I knew the barrel could do it for me basically. So in order to do this, I have my drill at a relatively high speed, but again, I always say don't put your drill higher than you can handle because you don't want to hurt your client or anything. So I just use my drill at a relatively high speed and I seal the cuticle, and then I just run down the nail to make sure everything is all smooth. And then last step is to accentuate this C curve.
The music just turns me on. The music just turns me on.
Once I finish out the filing, I'm just gonna buff out all the nails really quickly to remove any scratches, and I also run the buffer across the bottom of the nails. I don't know why, I just do it. I don't know. It removes some of the the dust and stuff that's under there, I guess. Yeah, after I cleaned up the nails, I just went straight into this design again. It was really simple. So I'm just taking some Acrylic rhinestone glue and putting down this outline. All the stones I use, by the way, are from Blue Street Crystals. I'm also going to be adding in some of these white flower charms. So this is my big tip when it comes to rhinestone placements for designs like this. Just push the jewels or the gems back to each side. Like I didn't let them go over the edge. That I think is the most key tip, to be honest, with these designs, because what happens is if it's too close to the edge, it loses its shape. Like, so the same way where we wipe gel before we put it in the lamp, I do this same thing after I'm doing any type of bling outline kind of thing. I always, before I cure it, because it's gonna move a little with this rhinestone glue, I like it particularly because it doesn't cure or it doesn't dry until you put it in the lamp. So I'm able to move around how I want to do my design and stuff. But because of that, the gems slightly move, you know, the shape changes, and so you will see me before I cure, I kind of just brush them with my fingers and get it exactly where I want to be, so it can keep the shape. And that's especially important for these nails, particularly because they are duck nails, so they already have a different type of shape that, you know, you want to accentuate it.
The music just turns me on.
On the remaining 3 fingers on the hand, I'm doing just a white classic French smile line French. I always dip my brush in a little acetone and wipe it off really quickly before I started painting. I guess it just softens the brush a little bit, so that's why you see that little lid with acetone there.
music just turns me on. The music just turns me on. The music just turns me on. The music just turns me on.